Hello, everybody. So we're going to talk about this lady, unfortunately, called Mary Scarely, sorry, Mary Greeley News. Now, she has a lot of subs. A lot of people watch her videos. This one's about Yellowstone National Park volcano has uplift apparently, and I looked at the article before in Newsweek. You have to read the full article. And it says it's not going to erupt soon. So let's continue watching this video. So we're gonna go on full screen and we're gonna watch this video. Okay, she literally just put this Benjamin Franklin thing out saying do not take the video. This is for purpose fair use. Do not, and it's not children under 13 years old. I don't know why she said that, but she doesn't want anyone taking the video or making a video about her, but I am.
Hi guys, thank you for joining me. I'm glad all my friends are here again today.
Well, I'm not your friend, so I heard about it because somebody said, hey, go check out Mary Scary. And I was like, who's Mary Scary? And I looked up Yellowstone volcano, Mary Scary, and it came out to Mary Greeley. And I was like, who's this? So,
Well, the live webcam is broken. Not surprising.
because it's due to bad weather. That's why it's broken.
They really put very little money into the infrastructure. I mean, why should they? When it might not be.
I've been Yellowstone. Yellowstone is beautiful, and they have like a little place where you can go and you can walk through there and you can see like everything. And they have they have like a big, huge little building. It's not a big building, but it's like a big like it is a building, but it's like a wooden thing. Sorry for my fingers, but it's a wooden thing, and you walk in there, and it's like a wooden house thing, like, and you walk in there. And so there's a lot of stuff there and a lot of places to see. And it's a beautiful place to go. If you ever want to go to Yellowstone, go to Yellowstone. It's a beautiful place. I went back in 2017, and 2017 was pretty much beautiful. I saw the solar eclipse, and I went there to Yellowstone. I didn't go while it's happening, but I went there. And so it was Kim wanted to watch.
Around anytime soon. Here is a capture of Old Faithful. It's really foggy there. Yeah.
Course to the bad weather. Sorry for hitting the my glasses are hitting the microphone, goes way up to my face. But
It was foggy here this morning also. Recently, U.S. on Twitter.
so she goes to Twitter. All right, okay. Twitter is not a trusted news source out there. So Caleb Staffone, I don't know how to. I pretty much I got her name right. So I learned old people don't. It will have seriously distractly in the last few months. If we needed something like now during the pandemic. So no, they just okay. The reason why people think this is happening is because the tree line and the hill line. Now the tree, the camera goes up and down, just this thing. So if the camera moves and goes down, it's going to show you it's more down. If the camera goes a little bit up, it's going to show up. So it's not uplifting. If you look, guys, this tree line is different. You see how the tree line is different? And the hill's half is the same, The tree line is different because the tree grows over time. So in January, the tree usually is like not that big because this is from January 2021. In June, the tree gets bigger. So almost this person is so retarded.
Showing the uplift. Many of you that follow me would remember this. Now, this image on the left was taken a few months before the image on the right.
And you see the tree is different, right? The tree is different. It's because the tree grows over time. And that's why the tree grows over time. You see the tree grow, and the webcam moves a little higher than usual. The tree line is different than the tree line. So they're trying to say, look at the tree, look at the tree, look at this happening. It's uplifting. Look at the tree, look at the hill, it's uplifting. No, that's not happening right now, okay? And about 7, maybe never it's gonna erupt. Maybe it's never gonna erupt. Maybe it's gonna stay its form for dormant for a long time, and then one day it's just gonna erupt. So like say a billion years from now, a trillion years. I've been saying this for so long, people. It's going to erupt in a billion trillion years from now. It's going to happen, or never. It's gonna stay its form. Well, it's kind of active dormant kind of stage, so it's gonna stay dormant for a long time, for a long time. So yeah, it's a dormant active volcano. It's not gonna erupt right now.
Same photo, same camera, same tree. Yeah, and you can see how much at other volcanoes around the world.
That's natural. That happens a lot. Volcanoes erupt. It has to happen. And volcanoes erupt. I've seen volcanoes erupt a little bit lower than usual before. I've seen four volcanoes. I've seen four exploding of index volcano erupt since like twice since last year and this year. And then there was another one that erupted that was in Iceland. You know, a little volcano that was only at a 0. That was like an exploding in the exploding volcano index at a 0. And then I've seen the Spain volcano erupt at a 2. So yeah. I see Mount Etna erupt sometimes because that's the most active volcano in Italy.
So, why is the area around Old Faithful rising? Well, that's because of the magma chamber that is
well, because it's not uplifting right now. It's not.
under
It's a tree
Yellowstone.
line.
It stretches about MSN.
Yeah, read the article freely. If you read the article, I read the article. It literally says, and this is from probably Daily Express article or the Sun article or something. Cause I only saw Newsweek post that article, so I read about it. I was thinking a video about it, but I was like, oh no, I'm waiting until I find someone else to do about it. And it literally, it's fear mongering. That's what it is.
Says that the uplift rose by right again. Here, that's the newest
She's gonna show like models,
or
the
magma
dumbest models I've ever
chamber.
seen in my life.
What that was found
I'm pretty sure it's from
is
USGS,
this one
but
right
probably
here.
not from USGS.
This deeper magma chamber would fill the 1,000 the 8 miles.
I'll just tell you something. Yellowstone volcano does erupt. The chamber underneath the lava chamber, magma chamber underneath the ground, will only do a periodic eruption. It won't do a super eruption, like a huge eruption. It will do like a periodic eruption, which means it's steam and water and lava, and it hits together and it just erupts. But it won't be as huge because the periodic eruptions, if you've seen before in the past, is not that huge. It's like around 3 to 4, so it's not that huge of eruption. And I'm pretty sure that or 2 or 1. I think it's a 2 to a 4. I think so. We won't. It can happen to 5 or 6 sometime, but that will never happen with volcano like Yellowstone. So, what's continue?
Big. Last year, research a million years ago, it just wasn't one great big explosion and it was done and over with. No, it continued to erupt for decades.
Actually, it erupted like twice, 3 times. I can't remember. One time it erupted, causing a big erupt, like a huge outside the park. I read it online. Outside the park. Also, I know this because outside the park you can see it looks like there's a lot of like Mississippian and stuff, and a lot of like rocks and stuff, and they call it, I don't know what the word for it, but this is crazy. Let's continue
Gates.
watching.
Spewing out.
It's over the long video.
Cool
We're gonna cut through.
Israel. Other countries warn their citizens, prepare their citizens. Things coming. You better look how many times there's been gas shortages because of an emergency, where people cannot.
Now she goes off track. I know this is why she goes off track. She just goes, okay, the gas emergency or the gas thing. Oh, blah blah blah. She doesn't even really talk about. Only beginning she talks about, and then she talks about something
fuel
else.
for their automobile. Gonna have an interrupted conference. Oh, about 30 seconds.
Okay, so these are normal. Earthquakes around volcanoes are normal. Doesn't mean it's gonna erupt soon. It just means that there's earthquakes happening underneath. And guys, if you saw in Iceland and you saw the Spain volcano, you know how earthquakes were happening, it's because those are due to erupt because they're active. They're active volcanoes. Except the one in Iceland, I think it was dormant for a long time, then it erupted. So it was active slightly, and then it erupted. So yeah, sorry about that.
This is a borehole. This is a very deep well under the ground.
And these could be explosions too, because I've seen people actually out there in Yellowstone go out there and do explosions or like gunshots, and I think because they shoot the mountainside, sometimes they do that. I don't think you're allowed to do that, but if you're allowed to, I don't think you're doing it. But I know these are probably not earthquakes.
USGS said when they started having earthquakes, the Snake River Plateau.
There's some in the earthquake.
Like I said, we know why they do not put money.
You see how the tree is different now? You see the tree is different? And also, what you're doing is you're moving the camera around.
Into the infrastructure because it might not be there leaving early.
Okay, the Bisons are leaving because it's wintertime almost. It's fall, pretty much it's fall, almost wintertime. They leave because they have to leave to go out of Yellowstone because it's cooler. and they're trying to find warmer weather. So they're leaving Yellowstone because it's gonna get warmer temperature somewhere else, and so they're trying to leave and find a warmer spot. Because it's getting cold, snow, cold. Plus, there's so many people there. I think I yelled. So much people there that they don't like people anymore, and people are being mean to them, trying to kill them. Trying to hurt them. So they're leaving. They're like, I had enough of this. I'm leaving. Not because there's a volcano eruption gonna happen.
I've talked about and showed you the trees that are dying from the gases of the volcano coming up from the...
That's a geyser. And geysers are steam. They're not gases. They're steam. Steam is different than a gas. It's different than ash. Different than gas. It's different. Steam is different than ash. So
ground.
I'm done with this lady. I'm done with the lady. Don't trust this lady's source, this new source, because she's fake and she's dumb and she's fear mongering and it's not true. There's no Yellowstone volcanoes. Yellowstone volcano is not gonna erupt soon.